Welcome to Lesson 6. Let's start this video by reviewing some stuff we've already learned. Look at the notes in this measure. Do you know how these notes sound? Let's start with the note that's on beat 1. Remember that these hollow notes, called half notes, are 2 beats long. That means that even though we only play this note on beat 1, it takes up both beat 1 and beat 2. We do the exact same thing for the half note that's on beat 3. Even though we only play that note on beat 3, it takes up both beat 3 and beat 4. Let's clap it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What if we wanted to show that instead of playing, we stay quiet or rest? Check this out. This black rectangle on top of the line is called a half rest. Whenever we see this, it means to rest or not play for 2 counts. Let's look at an example. What if we changed this half note to a half rest? We know that the half note takes up 2 counts, so this half rest means to stay quiet or not clap on beat 3 and beat 4. Let's hear what it sounds like. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you try with me. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What if we put the half rest first in the measure? Can you figure out how we would play this? Again, we know that this half rest takes up 2 beats. Since it's the first thing in the measure, we know that it takes up beat 1 and beat 2. Listen to how this measure sounds. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you try it with me. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, to recap, this small rectangle on top of the line is a half rest. It means to stay quiet for 2 counts. Let's take a look at another new note. It looks like this, and it takes up 4 counts. It's called a whole note. Even though it's only sitting on beat 1, it takes up the whole measure. That's why it's called a whole note. Here's how we play it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you hear how even though we only clapped on beat 1, the whole note takes up all 4 counts? Listen to it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you try. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, all together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sense? Let's look at one last thing. If we want to show how to rest or stay quiet for the whole measure, we need one of these. This rectangle written below the line is a whole rest. The whole rest means to stay quiet for all 4 counts, or the whole measure. We also know that it takes up all 4 counts because we don't see anything else written in the measure. Remember, we aren't going to clap for any counts. We're going to rest. Listen to it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy, right? You try. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now some of you might be worried that the whole rest and the half rest almost look exactly the same. It's actually easier than you think to tell them apart. Remember, the whole rest takes up the whole measure. If you don't see anything else in the measure, you're looking at a whole rest. If we have a half rest, there are still 2 beats that can be anything else we've learned. If you see something else in the measure with a rectangle, that rectangle is a half rest. We also learned that the whole rest is hanging on the bottom of a line, and the half rest is sitting on top of a line. There's a fun way to remember which is which by looking at how they're touching the line. Imagine that the line is the ground. The whole rest looks like a hole in the ground. This little guy's about to fall into the hole. The whole rest looks like that hole in the ground. The half rest, when sitting on top of the line, looks like a top hat on this person's head. The words half and hat sound the same. Half hat, half hat. The half rest looks like a hat. So remember, whole rest looks like a hole in the ground. Half rest looks like a hat on someone's head. Fun, right? Well, we've covered a lot of new information here. Don't be afraid to rewatch this video or any of our videos if it helps you remember everything we talked about. As always, you can find exercises to practice these concepts in the description below, as well as contact information for me if you should have any questions. Thanks so much for watching, and happy drumming, everyone.